Today I'm going to show you how to do taco soup in the crock pot. I have a spicy deer sausage that I've already browned. You can use any type of ground meat that you want. You want about 1 pound. And then you want 1 large onion. After you've already browned the meat, then you add your onion. You just want to cook it until the onions softened up. Okay, and I'm going to add a little bit of the garlic. Okay, you want to add a packet of taco seasoning. This is a 1 ounce packet. I'm going to go ahead and add about 1 cup of water to start off with. Okay, it calls for 1 can of tomato sauce, and what I like to do is I like to buy the fire roasted tomatoes. I like to buy the diced ones, and then I just use my immersion blender to make it into a sauce. I'm going to add that fire roasted tomatoes that I use my immersion blender. I left a few chunks, but for the most part it's pretty thinned out. Okay, and then you need to add a can of enchilada sauce. This is a 10 ounce can. It calls for 1 can of tomato soup, 10 ounce can. It also calls for using a can of tomatoes, the Rotel tomatoes with the diced chilies, but I just like to add the diced chilies, and I like to add salsa to mine. You can do whichever you prefer. You can make your own salsa. I'm just going to add a little bit of salsa, about maybe 1 cup or so. You need 1 can of kidney beans that's been drained. A can of black beans that's been drained. Okay, it calls for a can of pinto beans that's been drained, but I like to buy the chili beans with this chili sauce, so I don't drain them. I use the sauce and all. Okay. And the last thing, it calls for a can of corn, but I prefer to use frozen corn. This is a 14 ounce bag of frozen corn. Okay, after I add the corn, I like to add a little hot sauce. You can add more later. You want to make sure you taste it after it's cooked to see if it needs any salt and pepper. And I'm going to cook it on low for 8 hours, or you can do it high for 4 hours. Thanks a lot.